you.
Sunny at first, cloudy later, the temperature tops 64 degrees, and outside at the moment, chilly but cheerful.
Yeah. Oh, relax. I've got a hangover and I haven't even had a drink. Look, the next time you muck up some designs, go somewhere else, Gary. There's a good fellow, will you?
Not much time.
Yeah, well, look, I don't mind staying up all night, but not to rectify your mistakes.
I mean, we better get this lot back in before they start.
Oh, getting worried now, are we?
No, but...
No, but you don't want Harrison to see you creeping in with a drawing board under one arm and a set of designs under the other.
Could have looked a bit airy.
Oh, yes, but I'm sure you could spin him some yarn about being so keen on your work you have to take it home. It's more, you'd probably get him to believe you.
Seriously?
Seriously, I think it's time you were on your way.
What do you mean we can just whip these back to the office?
Oh, no, not we. You. You mucked them up, you take them back. If anyone asks where I am, I've gone out.
Where are you going, then?
Bed.
Oh, I thought I'd catch you before you went to work.
Yeah, well, we've just finished. It took all night.
Gary.
Ruth.
Ruth, you've made my morning.
Yes, well, goodbye, Gary.
I'd better get a move on. I'll have the traffic wardens decorating my car.
You seem pretty lively after being up all night.
I expect you're wondering what I'm like after a night's sleep.
Twice as obnoxious.
I bet you say that to all the boys. I might see you sometime, take you out for dinner, make up for spoiling your evening out.
Thank you.
You want to shave?
Do you know, that Cockney upstart's going to do well for himself.
He's got charm. I'm sure he knows how to manipulate
Oh,
people.
yeah, such charm. He's had me up all night. I didn't even like him.
You look terrible.
Thank you very much.
So does the room.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do some breakfast?
No, thanks. I'm going to turn in for a cup of ice.
Brian, about last night, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you were a bit of a cow.
Well, it was because of my father. I never told them, you see, about Don and me. They thought I was still with him. My mother still does.
So you were having a heavy time, hmm?
Oh, I should have told them, I know.
You know, there was this fella once who invented a whole family. You see, his parents lived in Australia, and his old mum was always writing to ask when was he going to get married and make her a grandmother. So out of desperation, he invented a wedding. 9 months later, little boy. 9 months after that, baby girl. Year after that, it was twins. The old lady got so excited she decided to fly over.
What happened?
Well, he had to invent a quick divorce. And the wife and the kids went off to the States, and dear old mum was heartbroken. So, what did Dad have to say?
He's going to phone my mother.
How's she going to react?
Oh.
Could I speak to Sophia Towley, please? Sophia Towley. I knew I was given this phone number. Oh, I see. Oh, do you have a forwarding address? I knew I was in Athens last week. No, I was in Athens last... Look, could I speak to someone who speaks better English? I know you don't understand. You are au pair. Yes, I understand that. Could I speak to the lady who you work for? No, work for. Oh, hello, look, I wonder if you could tell me where I could contact Sophia Towley. I see. Well, if she does get in touch with you, would you mind telling her that I've got a parcel here from her uncle? Oh, shall I give you my phone number?
Oh, you shouldn't have gone to so much bother.
It's no bother, Daddy.
You don't work every day, then?
No.
Do you enjoy it, this supply teaching?
It's a bit uncertain. I'd rather have a school.
You go where the shortage is, I suppose.
Yes, that's the general idea.
Is it anything like the medical profession?
In what way?
Well, one doctor to 1,000 in a place like Stoke and one doctor to hundreds in the south.
Yes. I've worked quite a lot in slum areas, usually when the teachers had a nervous breakdown.
Teaching hooligans?
Well, they're not hooligans as such. I mean, real violence you can't do much with. Recently I went to this school and there was this boy. I was taking 15-year-olds in art, and he threw a whole bottle of paint over me.
Oh.
Well, I just went into the toilet and cleaned it off. And then I borrowed a jumper and I went back into the class and carried on as if nothing had happened. I was only there a week, but he calmed down. Didn't do anything else aggressive. As a matter of fact, he was rather talented. Did some extraordinary paintings. His aggression went straight into that.
And what teaching post did you apply for yesterday?
Comprehensive school, teaching 14-year-olds. Is that all right?
It looks quite delicious.
You're avoiding talking about Mother.
Yes. Well, I phoned her last night.
And?
Well, of course, she was very upset. But I told her that you were well and that you decided it would be for the best. Said you were living in a very pleasant flat.
Why did you tell her that for?
Well, because if I'd said you were living in a lodging house with men coming in whenever they wanted, your mother would have been over here today.
Brian's a friend, and I'd arranged to see him. And I do not have men coming in whenever they want to.
Ruth, I lied to your mother last night for your sake.
What else did she say?
Well, she feels you should give it another try. She considers it would have worked out all right if you'd started a family straight away.
That's what she thinks I should have done. I don't think family life would suit me, all those other people.
Do you really not want children?
Well, occasionally my biological self cries out to procreate, but then I think of the reality.
Well, I hope you won't talk to your mother like that. She really thought you'd have had a child by now.
Oh.
I must say she rather took it for granted. The news of the separation was a great shock to her.
What's she worried about? Me or non-existent grandchildren?
Well, she thinks you only played at being married.
Mother, what's it got to do with her? I'm not a possession of hers, nor an extension. And I'm a grown woman, not a child. I behave the way I want. I live the way I want. As long as I don't harm anyone, I don't really see what right anyone has to interfere.
Well, she's your mother. As such, she has certain rights.
Being my mother gives her no particular rights. Well, she takes me as another person, totally individual to her, or not at all.
Well, now I've spoken for her, I'll speak for me.
Daddy.
No, please, hear me out. I also believe that you must live your own way, do what you think is right. Now, I've tried to tell your mother this, but well, I'm torn between you both. I know I may use the wrong words with you. I've spent too many years looking severely at customers and telling them that their overdrafts can't be continued. I wore a starched shirt for 30 years, and you can't change that. There's a great deal of comfort for me in having a daughter. And, well, if it's a toss-up between you doing what you like and us interfering and losing you, then you do what you like. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That you don't like showing your feelings, but because I'm your daughter, you love me.
Yes. Now, the one positive thing I would like to put to you is this. Would you like to come back with me?
Well, where? To Spain?
For a holiday. The weather's very pleasant just now, and you need a break. It'd do you good.
Oh, no, I've got so much to do here.
Well, I promise you won't be pressured into doing anything or talking about anything you don't want to.
No, it's not possible, Daddy.
But if you got away, you'd have time to think about what you want to do. You'd be able to really think about the situation. You might even decide you could have another go at your marriage.
No, I can't. I told you I've got this supply job at the moment.
Well, a few weeks for this won't cost you anything. You know quite well we're well provided for.
Yes, but I should be hearing about a permanent post any day now.
All right. But will you come in the school holidays? Even if you only manage a week?
Yes, I will, I promise.
Hello.
But Jeff?
Home in the afternoon. Got the sack.
Working nights.
Nights?
Well, it's a rush job. I like your doodah. Silver?
Yeah. Hey, what about that?
Yeah, what about it? It's big enough. From Greece?
Yeah.
So you had a good time there?
Oh, I'd go back right now. They're all so friendly. We ate on the pavements to the sound of the bazookies. Met this fella. Great man. Danced with him in the square. You know, real Greek dance. Da-da, da-da. Yeah. I've been trying to get hold of his niece.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she lives here. He asked me to bring this parcel over for her. I phoned the number, but they didn't know where she was. She's not there anymore.
Oh, a parcel, eh? What's in it?
Don't know.
Well, you're sure you didn't carry something through?
Like what?
Well, like something Zorba didn't want to carry through himself?
Nah, it's just a present.
Well, if you say so. I know what I would do.
What?
I'd get rid of it. You never know what might be in it, do you?
French Connection stuff, eh? Nah, he wasn't a drug-pushing type.
Just remember what they say. Beware of Greeks bearing gifts.
It's turning quite nasty with Don.
In what way?
We can hardly talk to each other now. I get angry with him and we start arguing about who bought what.
Yes, that so often happens.
I rather hope we'd split everything. But Don seems to become vindictive, as if he's trying to pay me back for everything.
Well, that's what lawyers are for.
So sordid. Makes me feel so dirty somehow.
Look, would you like me to talk to Don?
Oh, no. Better leave it to the experts. Oh, it's ridiculous. I miss some of the books I bought and the records.
Why don't you just go round and get them?
No, I couldn't.
All right. Make out a list of the things that belong to you, and I'll go and get
No,
them.
Daddy, please leave it.
Make that list out. I'm not going to see you taken advantage of.
Okay? But he might be put out.
Why should he be? They're your books.
Is that the only reason you want to see him?
Of course. Why else should I want to talk to Don?
Oh, Sophia Towley. Yeah, I've been trying to get hold of you. You got my message then? Oh, great, great. Look, what I wanted to talk to you about is I was in Greece a few weeks ago.
Well, I think I've got everything. I must say Don was nice.
I'll take these.
Yeah. So I thought, why don't you come over and pick it up? Yeah. Well, look, why don't you come over tonight and I'll do some supper for you? Great. Yeah. Smashing.
We sat down, had a drink,
Very clubby.
and he said you could have anything you wanted. He even gave me this. It wasn't on your list.
It's his. I bought it for his birthday.
Oh. Well, he obviously thought it was yours. Very generous.
He never liked it and it doesn't work.
Now, don't be ungracious. Don was very concerned about you. He asked how you were. I said I thought the whole business was very sad.
You just used these as an excuse, didn't you? You didn't really go round for the books and the records.
Of course I went for the books. But naturally we talked about you and, well, the marriage.
Did you see her? Girl he's living with?
Yes, I said hello to her, but she disappeared somewhere as soon as I arrived. I must say she seemed a bit young.
She's bloody young.
Lovely. Tastes like paint stripper.
Hey, it's good Greek stuff, that. Travelled pretty well, too.
It's probably an acquired taste. Tell me, what happened about the parcel?
Panic over. Everything in hand. And a call from Sophia herself. She's coming over to pick it up.
Ah, so that's what all that's in aid of.
Yeah.
Is it safe? I mean, if you burn this place down, Gavin Singer will give you a medal.
Her uncle said, you look after Sophia when you see her. She's a beautiful young girl, innocent and lovely, and she needs looking after.
So you volunteered to look after her?
Well, one has to be unselfish sometimes in this life.
Yes, of course, of course. I hope your intentions are strictly honourable.
What about that, eh?
Oh, yes, nice, nice. You lucky old toff.
Nah, that's a photo of her sister Maria. Her uncle didn't have one of Sophia.
That's not Sophia, that's Maria.
Yeah. He said one was so much like the other he could see both their faces in one. All the warmth of Greece is in, Sophia used to tell me. And how about that, eh? The Parthenon on the Acropolis.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. I bought Mrs. Billback a present too. No one else.
Quite right, too. Don't want to get into that scene.
There we are.
Yes, nice.
Yeah. I picked it up in the Mastraki flea market.
Well, I shouldn't mention flea markets to Mrs. Beale. You know what she thinks about George.
Do you think she'll like it?
She'll go bombing it, I should think. Yes, well, thanks for the drink. I'll go dub in me boots.
Off climbing?
Weekend after next, Pennines, taking Ruth.
I didn't know she climbed.
She doesn't,
Long weekend.
as long as we can make it. Do you think you're going to like it?
Oh, tell me more. Like a change.
Well, that's a footpath,
A footpath.
right across the Pennines.
Oh, that's good. How long is it?
250 miles.
It's a bit much for a weekend.
Well, we'll only do a bit of it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Come on, think of all that glorious fresh air.
Clear the lungs. Doing any climbing?
Climbing?
Oh, those bits there, they look suspiciously like mountains to me.
Yes, they are.
Oh, well, you know what you're like. Show you a mountain, you're halfway up in a flash.
No, I won't be climbing.
Will you be taking your climbing gear?
Well, I thought I might.
Just take it.
No, but I promise not more than an hour.
Or 2 or 3. What am I supposed to do? Explore the limestone caves or swim in the underground streams on my own?
It's all magnificent open countryside. Wonderful.
Which I can enjoy on my own.
No, I promise.
It's me or your boots.
You could do a bit of climbing with me.
Me? Up a mountain? I thought it was supposed to be a treat for me. It's you just want company.
Do you know what?
What?
I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
How do you do? I was let in by a man downstairs. He tells me to knock on the door. My name's Sophia Towley.
You're Sophia? Maria's sister?
I called you on the phone, and you talked about my uncle sending to me a parcel.
Oh, yeah. Please, come in. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Take a pew.
Take a what?
Sit down. It's been a funny sort of a day.
It's rain.
Yeah.
Rain is good for water.
Yes, it is. Rain, very good for water. Drink.
I always take a glass to bed. No, thank you.
It's your own stuff.
I don't drink. It goes straight to my head.
Oh. Would you like some orange juice, then?
Yes, I like orange juice. Ah, you have many posters of Greece.
Yeah. Make you feel at home.
I do not like to be reminded so much.
Hope that's not too strong.
Thank you. Very nice orange juice. Very nice.
Oh, well, we'll have a drink and then we'll eat.
You cook?
Oh, just the odd thing, you know.
You are very good. Greek men are very lazy. Use women as cook pots.
You like it here?
Yes, I like it.
And you're an au pair?
Yes.
Your uncle still thinks you're living in Richmond.
I have not yet written to him that I have moved. I did not like being so far away from London.
Where are you now?
In Parsons Green. It is good for King's Road. I like the shops and the walking up and down. You like Greece?
Oh, yeah, terrific.
You like the ruins?
Yeah, and all those museums and churches. Oh, but your uncle, he was something else. We had a few bottles of wine and he said, you go and look at our ancient monuments, but in the end you come back to the people. Oh, we had some evenings outside that taverna. Marvellous cobbled alleys. Suzanne, yes? The smell of charcoal grilled meat in your nostrils, the bouzouki in our ears, drinking the vino. Your uncle would say, I drink Retsina because it's good for me. Good for the liver, good for the kidneys, good for the lungs, good for the mind, good for everything.
We are saving for his funeral.
I expect you're hungry. Hey, guess what I'm doing? Kebabs. What's wrong?
I do not like Greek food.
But you're Greek.
Yes.
Well, what did you eat in Greece?
It is different there.
Oh, well, never mind. That's all I've got, I'm afraid.
I don't mind.
Oh, look, before you go, your parcel from your uncle.
I open it.
If you want.
He not wanted to break. My Dimitri.
You're Dimitri?
He the one I love. My uncle know I want a photograph of him.
You've got a boyfriend?
I go back in Greece and marry.
That's great. It's terrific.
Thank you for bringing all the way here, now that I am not in Richmond. I go now because I do not like the food you prepare.
Okay.
You show friendship to stranger. That is philoxenia. It is good. I see myself out.
Oh, I'll come down with you. Make sure you're not attacked.
I understand.
I am the Baron's court witness.
Wish you'd knock.
What's the matter with you?
How many times do I have to say?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, please, may I come in?
I'm ironing.
Like a sea lion, all prickly.
Sea lions aren't prickly.
Oh, yes, they are.
Anyway, when I'm deep in thought, I like some warning before I'm confronted by another human being.
Me deep in thought. You're ironing your bits and pieces.
I was going to deep thought when I'm ironing.
What were you thinking?
About divorce, failure. I mean, if you can't make a one-to-one relationship work without declaring war, what hope is there?
Plenty.
In a dingy room?
That is why we're off to the Yorkshire moors.
Moors? I thought we were going to
No,
the
and I thought too. No. Why should I go climbing and leave you on your top? No, we're off to the Yorkshire moors. Look, we catch a train up to Scarborough, and then a bus from there out to Hackness. You'll love it. All sort of timbered and inglenook fireplaces. We'll go for long walks, come back to the place in the evening, sit in front of a large log fire and relax. How about it?
Sounds like fun. I love the moors. Yeah, still, if you want to go climbing, I don't mind.
Oh, no.
Truthfully.
No, we'll go to the Yorkshire moors. You can do all of your deep thinking with half a gale blowing in your face, 10 times healthier than ironing.
I give you trouble. I'm sorry. My foot turned over.
Well, you'll have to walk carefully.
I'm good to have met you. You are good at philoxenia. You're not British.
New Zealand, down under.
Ah. I must go. I am up at 7.
Well, come again sometime.
When?
Oh, well,
I do not have a free evening for next many weeks. Now I work a new house.
they work you hard.
Yeah, they have 5 children. I hope to see you again. And thank you for Dimitri.
It's okay.
My uncle was right to have liked you. You're a kind man.